And then your face is telling me that there's something else coming up.
No, I mean, it's just...
What happened, dude?
Yeah, what happened? Come on, you'll be laughing.
What happened?
Nothing really
You're
happened.
the worst fucking liar.
Nothing
You're
happened.
the worst liar.
We're just on the boats at Put in Bay. I got a lot of friends there.
And
Just a bunch of friends on boats hanging out on the island for a couple
Oh,
days.
yeah? Just
Just
hanging
a bunch
out
of
on the
just
island,
hanging
huh?
out.
fully
Okay.
dressed.
Well, you know.
For the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome.
All right, welcome to the CZ Media Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Chavez. With me today, Jeff Carducci. He's figuring out the Face app. We all just took pictures of our faces.
Jeff
and,
took pictures
and we're
of
gonna
our
see,
faces.
We're going to see what happens, how we look in about at the age of 75, 80.
Well, I'm going to be like 105 because he
I'm going to
double
look
aged me.
exactly the same
Yeah.
because I don't age.
Actually did.
And he's probably going to triple age me and send that one. Yeah.
And he's finally dressed up for the occasion. Tim Griffetta.
What up?
Not bad.
Hey, where's your shorts
right.
at?
I had to wash them.
We finally don't get to see his
Wait a
leg
minute.
hairs.
You have to wash them. You just gave me a hard time about my laundry. Like, what do you mean your laundry's not clean?
I still have socks.
Jeff
What do you
bought
do wrong,
socks.
Mom?
Jeff bought socks today because he ran out.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I don't have to go out. I didn't go out and buy a set of shorts. I just put on dress pants.
Oh.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm missing like 8 shirts that were washed last night. No joke.
And
Somebody go missing.
our very, very special guest for today is Jason Haddad. Haddad?
Haddad.
Haddad?
Had that.
Haddad.
Haddad.
With the Haddad
Hi,
group.
Dad.
Hi, Dad. Yeah. That's actually not bad. I like that.
Not bad. Hi, Dad.
Most
Jason
people do.
Haddad, welcome to the podcast.
My pleasure.
All right.
Sitting
He's
next
been
to her.
begging to be on the cast, so we finally got him on. Right?
I have.
Yes.
Very,
Yes, I
very
got more than
intently.
an hour notice this time.
We told him literally 30 minutes ago to come on the cast.
Dude, you told me a week ago he was going to be here today.
Yeah, but I didn't tell him, though.
You
We
might
have to
want to
keep-
tell him.
No. Keep him wanting more.
Jeff, you worry about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
All right, so just a little admin stuff. If you guys are watching the video, find us on YouTube, like us, subscribe. All right, make the comments. We actually had a interesting comment last week with Jeffrey.
What was it?
I don't know if it was public though. Some guy's like, "Oh God, he finds $4,200, $100 bills. So that's a real reliable realtor." I was like, "What the hell do you mean reliable? He should have gave it up." Oh God, that says a lot about him.
Because I
What?
found money.
Because you found it and you kept it.
Oh, F him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's just hating.
He's a hater.
When did you find
He just makes like find more
$4,200?
money than he makes.
$4,200 and $100 bills.
That was awesome.
Follow us on
It's just
SoundCloud,
like
Facebook,
42
Twitter,
bucks.
Instagram.
Some
All
stripper
right?
is really, really pissed.
All links will be posted in the description below.
Down
So,
below.
Jason, welcome to the show. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good.
What's your drink of choice today?
Would you give me here? Jefferson Reserve.
Jefferson. He had one eye. He's like Jefferson Reserve. One eyeball in it. So, welcome to the cast. Tell us about yourself. How long you been a realtor, and what's keeping you going?
I've been a realtor since 03.
03? That's all you got?
That's all I got. Started back then with Michael came. Hi, Mike.
We're actually trying to get him on the cast, but go ahead, continue.
We'll get him here.
What made you decide to become a realtor?
I was in construction. Michael came back from Florida, where he was training, started a team. I was talking to him, and got my license, was doing both, and then quit doing construction, and started working with Mike, and haven't stopped since.
What is it about real estate that you enjoy most?
I really like selling homes, more so with listings, being able to my knowledge, I've been doing this a long time. Experience does matter when you're selling somebody's home. I like the flexibility. Obviously, it's lucrative. There's just a lot of benefits with, so you're in your own business.
Right.
You could be as busy as you want to be or as not busy as you want to be.
Great point. Right, Jeff? Tim?
Absolutely.
Talk about being busy.
If you want to
being
go on
able to manage
vacation next
schedules,
week,
right?
you could go on vacation next week.
Speaking
You're
of
your own
vacation.
boss.
Speaking of vacation,
Vegas.
Vegas this
Vegas?
weekend.
Vegas.
Will I make it back?
Not sure yet.
We've all made it back.
You better make it
you
back.
always make it back.
If I can make it back, you can make it back.
Yeah.
Showed up in a shark onesie and he made
Sure.
it back.
How has real estate changed your life from being in construction to where you are now?
How has it changed it? I mean, I was young when I started, so I don't know if it's really changed it per se. Maybe if I got into it when I was a little bit older, I could say it's changed my life, but it has changed my life for the good. Just it gives me more time with my family. I'm able to be around for my kids a lot, and just the flexibility, and I'm able to make the money I want to make and have the career I want to have.
If there was a realtor out there needing advice as far as a mentor, how do you feel about mentoring new realtors coming into the industry? What advice would you give them?
Every new realtor needs a mentor, 100%. They come in, wet behind the ears, and they have no idea what they're doing. If they don't have someone to either a coach or an agent that's going to help them and stand behind them and help them, it's difficult. But having that mentorship and the coaching and guidance from the very beginning and teaching them the right way to sell real estate instead of learning the wrong things the first couple years and learning bad habits, then if you learn the right habits from the beginning, you're going to be successful.
Right. And this is going to be a great segue to mentorship, Jeff. I know you're on a team. You're a leadership for your team. Mentoring, how important is mentoring for any type of realtor, even if you're new to the industry or you're 20 years in an industry? When does mentoring become, not needed, or is it always needed?
Some people don't need continued mentorship or even coaching, but some people do. But like Jason said, people come into the business. I did, and I was put in a great situation, and I was trained very good, and a lot of people helped me, including Jason. And I've seen agents come in and write offers on my listings, and I had to correct their offers and help them. I mean, they were getting themselves in trouble. They just didn't have anybody there for them. So if anybody's looking to be an agent, if they're a new agent, I would immediately align yourself with somebody, either on a team or in a brokerage, that can assist you, because your little learning hiccups shouldn't become dollar problems for your clients. They shouldn't suffer because of your inexperience. So hook up with someone good and experienced,
So,
like Jason or myself or Tim.
So Tim, you've been in the industry. I think you and I have been in the industry similar as far as time goes. Have you ever had a mentor, or what's your opinion on mentorship?
I think that you absolutely need one. I'm wholeheartedly believing that, whether it's just having an agent that you run stuff off of, joining a team, whatever that may be. To hit on those guys' points is, when we first come into the business, classes don't teach you a lot about being an agent. They teach you laws and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't teach you actually how to be an agent for your clients. And that's where I think that a mentorship and having an agent or someone that has experience behind you really comes into play.
I think having that person just holding you accountable.
Accountability is huge.
Well, I think your question was, even if you're a seasoned agent, how important it is to have mentorship and coaching.
Right.
It's extremely important for
I
your whole
mean-
career. I know agents who throughout the country who sell $100 million a year or more. They still have a coach. Their coach has a coach. It doesn't stop.
Right.
You should
Tom
never
Brady
stop
have a
learning.
coach?
If you stop learning, then you stop
6
growing.
Super Bowls. He has a coach.
He does.
Yes, he does.
He
Yes, he
practices
does.
every day.
Yep.
That's why he's Tom Brady.
That is
right.
why he's Tom Brady.
Next subject, sir.
Next subject, sir.
I know. I fucking did a Tim Gaffreda.
What are you watching,
Yeah,
the
I mean-
deer?
No, I was looking at something that had a thought in my head, and I'm like,
What
Right.
website are you on over there, buddy?
Oh, you know.
Don't worry, we can bleep it out. Realtor.com, he said. Good
that's
job.
what I meant. Yeah. So with all these homes that's really on the market, what's what are sellers doing or listing agents doing when they sell a home within 3 days, and what are agents doing wrong when you see a listing that's been there for 30 days? What do you guys really think sells a home in this type of market, especially in Menor? Menor feel like nothing stays on the market for more than 2 days. So you got a house that's been on the market for 30 days, and you got a house that's sold in 2 days. What's the secret to selling a home within a couple days after listing it?
Pricing.
Pricing, definitely.
We can talk about marketing for an hour and say how glamorous our marketing is.
It's
But
pricing and photos.
Yeah.
When it's first listed, it's priced
Right.
right, and the photos
Yep.
are fantastic.
Boom.
Hence, Mr. Chavez.
TC Media.
I
Thank
agree.
you. No,
CC?
well, the thing is, everything starts online, right? If it looks like shit online, people are gonna swipe
First
left every
impression,
time,
price.
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Okay. If it's nice, shiny, bright, clear, crisp, all right, it's gonna spark interest. They're gonna continue to look at it, and then they're gonna hit that. I'd like more information about this property.
That's right.
Now, that's a great point though. When you see when okay, the one thing I don't like listing agents doing is when they list a home, they shake their hands, all the papers are signed, and they whip out their cell phone and they start taking photos. Because I think that is the worst type of service you can provide. Someone who's paying thousands of dollars to sell a home,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you do for them, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a cell phone. I mean, they're great and all, but professional photography goes a long way. If it's marketed, if it's broadcasted
No,
correctly,
it doesn't matter the
priced,
price point. If I get a
Yeah.
listing that's 50,000 or 500,000, it's
if it's broadcast
I
correctly,
mean, the whole
it'll
point
sell.
is to get people at the door, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Get them there. Schedule the appointment because
Well-
if you're not getting people to look at
Here,
that
I'll
home,
give
no
you an
one's
example.
no
The
one's gonna
photos
buy
you
it.
took a couple days ago.
Yeah,
There was 14 showings in one day, and I sold it.
yeah.
There was multiple offers. It was already pending.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Congratulations.
Well, when you need your transmission service, where do? You do it yourself? Hire a professional.
Some people do.
So a realtor isn't a photographer. But a lot of photographers try to do real estate, but they're not.
Right.
I mean, so I agree. You got to pay people that are professionals to do the professional jobs. I lost track.
Squirrel.
I was gonna say photographers aren't realtors, and I forgot Chris was trying to. Sorry,
Oh, he-
Chris.
He just put a plug in for me, and I just got fucking walked all
He's
over.
the exception.
Except
Yeah.
for Chris. Everyone else.
CC? Oh, I didn't see you there.
All you other photographers can go fuck yourself. That's what you should have just said.
Except for Chris.
Except
Fuck
for
him.
me. Except for me.
How about no gigolo should be a realtor?
no shit?
No gigolo?
Jeff Carducci.
Jeff.
Jason
Well,
had ad.
well, that's too late.
Jason
He's
had
already
that.
he's already a fucking realtor.
I thought
how's that
that
drink?
was what you're supposed to do.
Jeff never drinks when he's here. I think he's
I have a white club.
Yeah, if he's got his white girl drink.
I'm a pusher. I won't let him not.
What'd you say?
Brother.
You're a pusher.
I'm an instigator.
Well, you know what? That's actually
He'll be drinking bourbon.
this is
the next 5
actually a
minutes.
great segue because so when does selling become pushy,
When you're fake.
right? So this happens a lot. People are trying to sell you on a product, and then people are like, okay, listen. They kind of back off, or they become unattracted
Standoffish.
to that type. Yeah, they don't like that type of approach. So when does it become pushy versus selling? To you,
Try to get somebody to buy something they do not want.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to push a good home on somebody. They know they like it in the first 10 seconds when they walk in the house.
Yeah.
So as long as you're presenting what they want, they're going to buy it. If you're pushing a product on them they don't want, they're going to leave you and go on to
Selling a
another
home is a
agent.
lot different than selling anything else. You're not going to make somebody buy a house.
Right.
Yeah.
You can make somebody buy a suit. You can make somebody buy a car. You're never going to make somebody buy a house.
But I think you could still be pushy and not, make them do anything.
Well, you
it
could be knowledgeable and give them your opinion on what your opinion is in the home. If it's
Right.
if you like the house and they don't like the house, and you honestly think it's a good house and it's a great buy,
Yeah.
but it's not for them. They're
But I
still
think
not-
some personalities, dominating personalities, or controlling personalities, drivers, they like to be in control, so they want to give them as much information.
I mean,
it
it's-
could be valid, it could be not valid. But the thing is, sometimes it could be just too much for some people.
Well, when you smash their head in the front door, sometimes that gets a little extreme. I
Jeff?
stopped doing that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I did.
Jason had that group.
Smashing heads.
Start
03.
replacing screen doors. There's
Yeah,
ER bills you
know.
gotta pay
Smashing
for.
heads and taking names.
You know.
Fuck, that's a great strategy.
I think
I always tell people, you got two choices.
the door
It's going
or
to
the
be
house.
your signature on the contract or your brains. Sign here and press hard.
83% of them sign. The other 48% don't.
I think to hit on their point though, I mean,
Yeah.
with houses, it's very, very different than selling something else like cars or whatever else you're selling.
Yeah,
Houses
somebody doesn't
is-
like a home.
Yeah, they don't like
Great.
it. Like
What is it you didn't like about the house?
Yeah.
What is it you're looking for this house didn't have? And you go to the next.
well, and I guess that kind of hits on my previous point of being fake. When you get to being fake or pushing something that really doesn't make sense, that's when you become overly pushy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the line. And from a realtor standpoint, we shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Well, and also,
Just-
Chris, if you're showing someone house after house after house and they don't like it, you're not doing your job because you didn't do your homework to find out what they actually did like.
Right.
And then if that
Point.
doesn't
True
work,
story.
do the
That's a good
Jason
point,
thing
Jeff.
and smash your head. That's
Well,
Yeah,
right.
and then take the head approach. Close.
You know,
Brains
I
or
forgot
contract?
to. I forgot to ask
with the Ring doorbells now and all that, I had to stop doing it.
I would love to see that. That would be like a great. We should do a compilation of Jason Head at just smashing heads.
Smash your heads in the wall.
Right? How do you like the house? You didn't like it? Oh yeah. How do you like it now? You know what's funny? I was just about to ask you what was the craziest thing you've done in real estate. Smashing heads on doors would be considered one of them. I think.
Craziest things.
Yeah.
Mine
Oh,
was
boy.
one of them the other day. Those fleas, man.
Oh,
Ugh.
Fleas? What do you mean?
I went in this vacant house. I was in there like a minute. Came out and fleas were all over me. I was all the way in Ashtabula.
Okay,
I
fleas are very small. I don't understand.
They jump.
Fleas.
they jump.
Well,
Fleas.
There was that many fleas on
One
you?
flea is enough.
Oh, yeah, but
So if
apparently it was more than one.
I was only in the house a couple minutes. I got in the car and I seen it like on my leg or my arm or whatever. So threw all my clothes in the trunk. Drove to the store.
Jeff
got flea
Jeff
spray.
got naked and
Oh,
just
yeah.
got back in the car.
Yeah. No,
I
no,
would have loved
but-
to seen the photo
Dude,
of
so I'm
Jeff
driving-
driving it
hang
down.
on.
I'm driving
in his
home
car
from Ashtabula.
in his
Camera's off again.
in his t-shirt, boxers,
Hey,
no
so I'm driving home
shoes.
from Ashtabula
or shoes.
in boxer shorts, a wife beater, and dress shoes.
God, you look
hold on,
classy.
Hold on, it gets better. I have
Take a picture.
an expired tag. My license plate was expired.
With your face
And
on
I'm
the
like,
back of
please,
your car.
let me get pulled over right now.
Oh my god.
You know,
Holy shit. That
it all worked out.
that would have been a great story.
It
but-
was, Chris. What do you mean could have been? I don't
I
understand.
mean, no, I'm saying like for you to get pulled over.
I mean,
Oh,
I
God.
guess it.
I think that would have been a
That was
great.
We
John-
should have another
Then my
podcast
guy
on the
goes,
craziest stuff
hey,
that
hold
we've
on. Then the
walked in
seller
on.
goes, hey, I'm going to have somebody throw a couple bug bombs in there. You can go in there tomorrow and get pictures. I go, not bug bombs. You're going to have it exterminated. It wasn't like it was a couple ants. Like fleas are
So you went in there.
horrible.
You went in there for a listing appointment. And you walked out with fleas.
Right.
Right.
Did you get it?
Yeah, well,
Did you
yeah.
list it?
Yeah. But I'm not going to take pictures or go back in the house, so it's exterminated. He knows that.
All right. Next
You look
segue.
so good with horns on.
Next segue
I have horns. Still.
is called "Have You Ever?" Question mark. Have you ever? We're gonna start off with Jason. Have you ever?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Really? Oh my god!
I gotta dip out on this one.
Holy shit! You really gotta go?
No.
Okay. Have you ever pooped at an open house?
Oh,
No.
Jeff.
Good comment.
no, I have not.
Really?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, no. I'll hold that. I'll hold that shit.
I have not. Really, no comment. So yeah, maybe.
I got a problem with
I
pooping in
mean-
other people's
I
houses.
mean, okay.
Sorry.
What's your opinion on doing that? I mean, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go, right?
Yeah, I mean, what
What are you gonna do? Shit your pants?
I'd rather pull my clients off to the gas
The
station.
reason I had to do it was when people showed up, you didn't want a realtor there full of shit.
Great dad joke.
Boom, boom.
That was a good one.
Now we know
What's
you're
your
full of shit.
what's your next?
All right. Have you ever, Tim?
Yeah, what?
Have you ever ate food out of someone's fridge during a showing?
No.
Or an open
No?
house.
Or an open house?
Or an open
No?
house? No.
Jeffrey?
Yes.
Unless it's
Yeah?
unless it's.
Yeah.
What
Well,
do you
they,
eat?
hold on. They tell me we left you cookies in the fridge or whatever.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they're left
Don't
out,
change
yeah.
your
I'll-
story, buddy.
No.
A no's a no.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Either
not.
honest or
I've
not
never
honest.
taken something out of someone's fridge if it's left out for us.
No,
yeah, I'll have
out
one.
of the fridge. Yeah, they'll leave fruit and stuff in there for
Right.
you.
Someone offered me pizza.
Because I'm so skinny, so they're like, oh, that poor guy needs to eat. They're always trying to feed me.
He's always eating cabbage.
Jason.
Jason.
I've had like a chip or something.
Chip?
Wait a minute. That's
Who
not
has
out
a-
of the
Or, like,
fridge.
You know,
Who
there's
has,
a bag
uh,
of potato chips sitting there.
just
or,
one chip?
A can of peanuts.
He found he found a potato chip on the floor. And okay, looks
Oh, this looks good.
no,
or, on
Chris,
the
I
counter.
usually cater my own open houses, so it's
yeah.
there's plenty of food.
He drank a whole bottle, cut I want to replace with water.
Open house went real good, but have you ever, Jason, stepped in dog shit during an open house or a showing? A showing, most likely.
No.
My client did the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I've had
And
clients.
I seen her walking around with shit on her shoe. She's about to go in the house and go, hey, you got a leaf on your shoe. Yeah, it was a leaf attached to crap. I wanted to track her through the house.
Mhm.
Took her
That-
about 15 minutes
Yeah,
to clean it up.
that happened to me. That happened to me 3 weeks. I didn't step in it. Same thing. I was doing a showing. The wife stepped in dog shit. And you know what she did? She just rubbed it on the driveway, like dragged her feet, and got in her car and left. So there's a big
Ew.
streak of dog shit in the driveway.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do to get dog shit off your shoe. I mean, seriously.
Did you just make that up? I was like, that rhymed. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Step in dog shit.
No, my clients have those. If you try to tell them, hey, by the way, if you got landmines everywhere.
Landmines.
Oh, well, you just stepped in.
You know what? Since I've been doing photography, when I'm in the backyard and I know they have a dog, I don't even look up. My head's down the whole time, and I'm just looking for
Just
piles of
looking
dog
for
shit.
landmines.
Looking for piles of dog shit. Have you ever showed up at a listing, tank top, flip flops, Jeff?
Who?
No.
No.
I
Not
guarantee
once.
Jason has.
Yeah, Jason
Oh, God.
had to.
I
have.
think Jason came off the boat
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
and did a showing.
It might have been flip flops. No tank top.
Okay. Crocs. I also have Crocs in here. You seem like a
I
Croc
never
guy.
had a pair
No?
of Crocs.
No Crocs?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry,
Don't ever
own Crocs.
say that word again.
Don't own Crocs.
Yeah, I'm on board with
I've
hating on
got
Crocs.
sandals.
Have you showed
You say dress
in
sandals?
flip flops?
No. No.
You say dress sandals?
I said flip flops, not dress.
What if you're
Dress
what if they're your friends or family? Is it okay to show a house wearing flip flops and a tank top?
Flip
Crocs?
flops are just not something that we wear generally in Ohio a lot.
I have flip flops on 7 days a week. in the South.
Okay, well, all right, well,
I haven't
Mr.
worn-
Boat, listen.
I haven't worn
I'm on
Okay.
the road. At the house,
whole
I go
summer.
out.
All right,
one
yeah,
time. I have a pair
actually,
of
I have to
shorts on,
retract
I'm
that
wearing
because no, I wear flip flops around the house
Right.
myself. So
But not during showings though.
no, not during showings.
No.
No,
No.
it just feels weird. You walk in flip flops, flop.
I
flop,
might have
flop,
had once or
flop, flop,
twice
flop.
with somebody that I know.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Have you ever showed
I
up?
asked the questions here.
Okay.
Showed up in shorts? Yes.
No.
Wait, go ahead.
All right. How about you don't have clean underwear, and you have to get ready for your appointment, and go to that appointment and go commando.
Oh, I'm going commando right now.
Yeah,
Jeff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Who wears,
Whatever.
Where you
who
been?
wears fucking
Why am I
underwear?
in this couch?
That's a silly question.
Anyway, so next question. Have
To
you
me, that's
ever
really weird.
have you ever
I have to wear underwear.
farted during a showing while your clients were in the other room? All right, Tim.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
a definite yes.
All right.
Hey, sometimes
What
you
happened?
just gotta.
Tell us a story.
What? You just fan it out and then you walk in like nothing
What do you
fucking
mean,
happened.
fan it out? You can't be just doing this and you're walking in the room. Hey, so
Yeah,
have you
I
guys-
walk into the other room that we've already walked through. I
Right.
relieve myself.
You just say you fart at appointments and fan it out.
Sometimes you know what?
Tim Gafrida
Guess what?
farts
You have
at
to pass
showings and
gas.
fans it out.
Listen, at least I
Tim
don't take
Gafrida,
shits
the
at
Carducci
the
sales
house.
team.
At least
This-
we found our opener for the episode.
This segue is brought to you by Jeff Carducci Sales Team.
and the man farter.
And fart. So yeah, when you fart in another room, the reason why you're farting in another room is because you don't want people to know. When you're fanning it out of your asshole as you're walking into the room,
I'm not
seeing your
fanning it as I
client-
walk. I've
Did the-
fanned it. I've already relieved myself in that room and fanned it out and then
Probably
walked.
fans
Oh.
like
Fan it
this.
that way.
He
Yeah, I
fans it
fanned
like
it
this.
backwards.
Okay.
And
Well,
remember, it's a room that we've already
you know what?
viewed.
If Tim's doing it, it's probably a room that the clients have
You're
not
such
been
a
in
dick.
yet. That they haven't been in yet.
Hold
so
up.
they
You
walk
all
in
have
there.
never farted on it during a showing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm not fanning it out of my asshole.
Oh my goodness.
And
I think you can hold a fart for 2 minutes.
and I'm not doing it in a room that they haven't seen yet, Tim.
I didn't say that I would
I
go
like
into
how
a
you're
room
not
that
just
they haven't
fanning
seen.
It, you're fanning it out of your asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did I ever say that I was fanning
like-
it out of my asshole? So now people are imagining me just bending over and just fanning my asshole. Like seriously?
I'm just saying.
Yes, we did just find our
It's a
opener.
visual here. It's a
You
visual.
gotta get to the root cause.
It's a
I mean,
visual.
I
Kill
figured-
2 birds with 1 stone. Fart in the bathroom, and they'll think someone took the crap earlier.
Thank you, Jeff
Did
Carducci,
they
for
buy the house?
for sponsoring
To
that
buy the
segue.
house.
Did they buy the house though?
Yes, of course they bought the house. I fanned it in a room that we have already viewed.
They wanted to know what that musty smell was.
Sorry.
Um,
It's a word.
we just got done talking about how important title companies was last week. And Jason, have you ran into an issue with title companies, and how important is picking a right team when it comes to a
shot.
title company for you?
It matters a lot. I had a situation last week. It was actually a good thing with the title company. It was a late deal on closing, and it was supposed to transfer on a Friday. The title company was actually, if the lender had all the docs there, even by like 2 o'clock, and they got to do work and they got to meet with the buyer and go to the courthouse. They were going to get it done. The title company literally called me 3 times saying, "We're here. We're going to get it done if the lender gets us the stuff." Needless to say, the lender didn't get him the docs in time. Had to wait till Monday. But Monday morning, they were Johnny on the spot, met with the buyer at first thing in the morning, explained to the buyer what happened. Instead of just hearing it from one person, the title company kind of made the buyer feel better, telling him the situation, what happened, and it was just a good experience with this title company.
Okay,
I'll
so
add-
it's pretty
It was,
important, huh, Tim?
Enterprise title.
I'll add to that because I just had a situation with a title company where things were late, things were running late in the deal, and we needed docs immediately for title to do it. And we turned, normally whenever lenders send out docs, it takes 24 hours. Obviously, there's coordination, and this will hit on the point of having a good lender and a good title company, because I was able to contact both to coordinate to get docs in less than 12 hours. So then the buyers and the seller, the buyer could sign that night at 8:15, and then the seller signed in the morning, so then we could file on Friday before the weekend. It
Very nice.
makes all the difference.
Who was
when-
that? What title company?
That was Chicago. That
Right.
was Chicago and Cross Country, both.
We had
Nice job, Chicago.
Enterprise. Jason talking about Enterprise. They're fantastic.
Yep, they are good.
Also,
I've had really good experiences
we
with
always
lawyers.
talk about it. Important
Yeah.
things. Title companies, agents, lenders.
Lenders.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all very important things. And
There's typically 3
In a
hands
deal.
in every deal:
Right.
title, lender, agent. If you don't have one of if one of those is a bad apple, you're gonna have a bad transaction. I'm sorry to say it, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a bad transaction.
So Jay, who picks the title company?
Actually, we just figured this out.
Mhm.
It's a gray area. It's negotiable.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's a very good answer.
Jeffrey,
He knows.
well, I know the RESPA rule on it, but everything's negotiable.
I think that's a safe way to put it.
technically it
That's a
is the
safe
buyer's
answer.
choice.
Well, no, the seller is not allowed legally, as a stipulation of a sale, to force a borrower to use a specific title company. That's against RESPA law. But things are negotiated. Sometimes they allow it, don't. I mean,
Mhm.
everything in real estate is negotiable, I think.
No,
I agree.
The other answers to that would be the stronger agent.
Agreed. The stronger agent.
No, but it's a gray area. It's negotiable. I'm not going to fight over a title company.
No, yeah, we're
Whoever
not
somebody
gonna.
wants to use, if a buyer or seller wants to use a specific title company, that's who we're going to use.
No,
I will say that I don't I personally, as an agent, don't like using a title company that I don't know.
No. If I don't know them, I won't use them.
Yeah, exactly. I got to know the title
I'll
company.
tell
Well, what
my
do you do?
seller or
What do you
my
do in those
buyer.
situations where, you could lose a deal because they're so adamant about that title company? You don't know who
I mean,
they
if
are.
they're that adamant, then there needs to
I
be
had
a,
one this year. It was
have
about a month and a
conversation.
half ago where the buyer was buying one of my listings, and she worked for a title company that I've never heard of. And I fought it, and they were adamant on it, and I let it go, and it worked out. But I never heard of them. It was a small title company, and they promised me. I talked to them over there, and they seemed to know what they were doing before we
Right.
signed the contract, and it all worked out fine.
That goes back to having a strong agent, I will add, because if you have to have a strong agent that'll ask that question, hey, I got to talk to the title company before we can sign off on this, because I gotta look
Yeah,
out
and
for
I
my
went
client.
to their website, and their website wasn't even a website. It was just like a page with a phone number and
Big red flags.
yeah.
Well, I kind
Yeah.
of want to touch on when you say strong agent. I think you can only be a strong agent depending on the type of clients you're working with, right?
I don't think everybody can be a strong agent.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that
I-
it's a reflection of your client. I think that it's a reflection of you as an agent.
Well, the thing is, if your clients want something,
Yeah.
all right, if you're trying to negotiate something for your clients, something better, but your clients are saying, hey, listen, I'm okay with what they're giving me, but you're saying, listen, I can get you something better.
Well, it's not
Right?
something better in regards to the title company. It's making sure.
Not even just a
remember,
title
the
company though. It could be the whole deal in general.
Oh, I mean that's a different. All right, so I mean, as far as being strong within the transaction, that's knowing
I'm
your
just
limits.
saying,
and
just a
knowing-
strong realtor, just overall.
Chris, if my client says I'm fine with all the terms, I tell him to sign the contract.
Right.
Yeah.
We're done negotiating. If my client is fine with the terms,
Mm-hmm.
we're done.
Right.
Because
I
agree
anything
with that.
further could lose that deal that they want,
Unless you think you could squeeze out a few more dollars.
unless you get them
Yes.
on the
buyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where you could squeeze out a couple more dollars.
Yeah. It's a guarantee. Like,
And if the
like
buyer
you
says
know it.
no, the seller's going to accept it. If not,
Right.
you're going to get your seller more money.
Yep.
Bottom line is you never put your interest above your client's interest
Ever.
Right.
Period.
Ever.
Mhm.
And any agent who does,
You're doing
I
yourself a
would not
disservice.
recommend that agent.
Well, you're doing yourself a disservice as an agent. Seriously. You're just gonna that's gonna catch up with you. If you don't ever put your interest over your
Well, I
clients.
think there's a good amount of agents out there who kind of push their sellers or buyers into a better deal, knowing that they're okay with what they have in front of them.
I mean, go ahead, Jeff.
Chris, the other day, I won't say the agent's name, but I had a 1,000 square foot condo listed.
Is his name
for
Tim?
sale.
Tim.
I'm not going to say his name. So he turns
wear
me in a
glasses?
fantastic offer. 1,000 square foot condo.
Can't
Did you
be
hear that, Jason? 1,000 square feet. And he wants a $589 home warranty.
That's.
Next subject.
I think.
You push what your client wants.
Okay.
Right, I'm
This-
sure he researched and said, "Can I get the $1,000 warranty, please, sir?"
First it was 500. Now it's 1,000.
So what's
Is it gonna go up to 2,000
so what
now?
is a
Wanted
good
the buyer
selling
preferred
point?
Upgrade.
Is the warranty
And
a
the
good
washer and
selling
dryer.
point? Because I feel, my opinion, and my professional opinion, I think warranties are a waste.
I think it kind of like makes you feel good and all cute and cuddly,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
I
nothing
think-
breaks till a day after the warranty's over.
Right.
So then why don't you continue the warranty?
No, warranties. I have clients. I just give when I sell a house and they have a warranty, and something happens in that first year. I don't know if something happens. I get a letter from the home warranty company
Mm-hmm.
stating so and so got their
I
furnace.
had one of my
fixed.
listings.
I got one yesterday in my mailbox. It was
Yeah.
a $1,200 furnace fix
Holy
Mhm.
crap!
No, I've had.
all the time.
I had a client
$1,200
buy
to
a
fix
house
to fix the furnace.
Yeah,
I feel like you can replace the
I'd put
furnace.
another $1,500 in to get a new one.
I've
Yeah.
had one
Mhm.
house sold a
But
year and a
hey,
half
it's
ago.
free for them. Oh yeah!
They've claimed 8 things on their home warranty.
Wow.
They continued it, and they've claimed more
if you list
things.
the house and the furnace and air and everything's 10,
I think
12,
that they're
15
great
years old.
for.
every single time.
Yeah.
Those things break
it.
at 16,
Gives
17
your
years
seller
old
peace
now.
of mind. There's the
Yep.
buyer's not going to come after them. If the furnace or air breaks or whatever breaks within the first 2 weeks they're in the house,
Yeah.
say, "Oh my God, you knew the."
But I
furnace
think
was
there's so
broke."
many stipulations when it comes to home warranties, and yeah, you're selling peace of mind. But when it comes down to it, you got to read what's in that pamphlet
Read.
because you have. If you don't read and you're just buying peace of mind, oh, I got a home warranty,
You know what the problem with
and then
home
something
warranties is?
happens, but
And
you
if
didn't
you have
read,
a buyer and you don't say
You're kinda
to that
screwed.
buyer, hey, I'm going to try to get you a home warranty, and they buy a house and say, why didn't I get a home warranty? You didn't do your job as a realtor.
Yeah.
Any buyer you sell a house to, absolutely try to get a home warranty. every
I can
single
tell you
time.
the number one reason why home warranties don't work. Most buyers forget that they have them. It's our job as an agent to remind them, hey, you
They
got
do
a problem.
forget. I've
They
had
do.
people call me.
All the time. I
have a
had somebody
warranty?
called me like 2 weeks ago. They're like, hey, this broke. I'm like, hey, we got you a home warranty. You bought this house 6 months ago.
was it $589?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Because they wanted the preferred upgrade to
So
only
they got
pay
the
a
toaster
$50
fixed for $50 deductible.
deductible.
Oh, very nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Toaster's fixed.
The toaster is
Oh, my
fixed
goodness.
for $50.
Covers more than the toaster.
Toasters.
I don't think that the toaster's covered.
It's good for buyers. It protects sellers and it protects agents.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Agreed.
I'm
If they're not going to get it, I have them sign the waiver.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I'll tell you what, honestly, a lot of times I offer it to my clients as, I'll pay for the home warranty. It all depends. But definitely, whether my personal opinion is that they're great or not, doesn't matter. It's a good peace of mind. It's something.
I give it to my clients
Matt
and I let them.
McCreary, you're going to be on the next podcast from America's Preferred Home Warranty.
Matt McCreary.
Matt.
Yes. I think that
older
it's
guy, gray hair. Wait,
no. If
He's
he's
nice,
a
I don't think I've ever met
guys.
Matt.
Matt is he's the man for America's Preferred
Okay.
Home Warranty.
Yes,
He's their
He's
top
a-
guy in
he-
Ohio. He runs the whole Northeast Ohio.
I will add that
Division.
any time that I've ever called Matt, he's called me right back, like no questions asked. I haven't had to follow up.
And
with
if a
him.
buyer's got an issue with the home warranty company,
You call him.
Matt.
He'll
make
get
a
it
phone
taken
call
care of.
and he'll get it taken care of.
Yeah. If he doesn't, he'll give you a reason because I've had that come up too. Some things are not covered under home warranties.
But I think
you know what I
home
mean?
warranties seem to, or warranty companies seem to not be there when you need them most. I think that, and that doesn't have to be
It's
home
having it-
warranties. It could be just a regular car warranty. It could be whatever warranty you get. But it's just when you need them most in a
Chris, we're in the
situation.
home selling business. We're talking about home warranties.
Yeah, home
Yeah.
warranties, not car warranties.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
I think that goes back.
But
to
I
having
think, but I
a
think
good
if you
agent,
have a good,
broker.
reliable home warranty company, that's going to be
You could
there
buy
no
one
matter
for your
what.
house right now.
Yeah.
You could buy one right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if your furnace breaks or whatever breaks, you're covered.
I think that it goes back to having a good agent, good broker, because we've done the research into the home warranty companies, and we have clients that use them. That's a big thing.
If you're a seller, it's only $450, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Comes out of your proceeds. If you're a buyer, your agent's going to have the seller pay for it.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get it covered from the seller because they didn't offer it.
Most sellers just say, yeah, it's no big deal. It's
Well, and the cool
$450.
thing about it being on the seller side that a lot of people don't understand is that they're covered during the listing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like something that you got to pay for up front. Like, you're going to pay for it on the back end, okay? When we sell the house, it's going to be paid for. But during that entire listing period, if your hot water tank goes, you pay $100
It's
deductible.
98 degrees outside. If your air conditioner goes today
Yeah.
Good luck.
and you listed a house 2 days ago, your seller's covered.
Yep.
Right, without that home warranty, though,
You're
good luck getting an HVAC guy out there not paying. I could only imagine what they would charge today.
Oh, yeah,
100
right now?
degrees out today.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a guy
How many
coming out
people?
to
How many
fix
calls
it.
do you think came
You're
out?
paying that guy a lot of money.
Yeah.
How many AC units do you think went out today?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
We had our coil replaced yesterday.
Wow.
We were sleeping in 85-degree rooms, and
Did you have a home warranty?
it was covered.
His answer is no.
Oh my God! Tim just spilled. Just spilled. Just.
Just go like this. It'll. Oh wait, I thought you did something else.
How you feeling, Jay?
Grown up.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the podcast?
It's cool. I like it.
He'll do better when he chops it up and cuts it.
He's like, it's awesome.
Cuts me out.
Jay's like, it's awesome. I just killed your bottle of Jefferson Reserve. You have any left? Actually, you know what? Tim bought that bottom bottle, the Underground, and no one has drinking it except fucking Tim and I. The first day we opened
Cleveland
it.
Underground.
Yeah.
I had to get something
one
from
did I
Cleveland.
You got the reserve up there on the left. Nice job. That's
Yeah,
that's good
Oh
shit.
wow, that's getting. You guys are somebody's drinking it. Who's drinking all that?
I drank it last week and the week before.
I just had. I'm having a glass right now. Well, we finished 3/4 of a bottle of yeah. So by the way, this whole bottle of Angel's Envy that I supposedly took. By the way, we
There we
finished
go.
3/4 of it before I left the
And then he
flipping
took it, and then he took
building.
it.
Like I'm taking it home.
Listen, Jeff, it's not hard to do a bottle.
It's still gonna take
For
it.
me, I can't drink bourbon that much.
So I didn't really take it home with me.
Where'd you
we-
leave
we-
it? I'm okay.
No. We really didn't take it home because we finished 3/4 of it in this off. You know a guy?
What's that place called? World Wines?
Yeah.
My call.
You can go in. Yep, you can try.
All right, next topic.
What are we talking about? 'Cause I gotta go.
Where do you gotta go?
Where are we going?
I gotta go to a networking event and then go to T-Shoes thing.
A networking event.
Yeah, Eastern Cuyahoga.
Networking.
The four chamber event
What
down
chamber?
at
What?
Embassy Suites.
For what?
We're at.
Embassy Suites.
For what?
Beechwood. For the four.
For what?
It's four different.
YPN.
4 or 5 different chambers that are meeting. It's a
For
networking event.
for
Just networking. Eastern Cuyahoga Chamber Alliance Networking.
oh. You're not going to our company happy hour at Red Hawk?
That is
That's
called
not a
YP.
company.
That's
not a company.
Oh, it isn't?
It's
No,
just
that's
our whole
YPN.
company is going,
I'm not going.
No.
except Jeff.
That's
Jeff, you weren't invited.
That's YPN. No, I'm going to that, and then I'll show up to T-Shoes thing.
You're going to go to T-Shoes?
They specifically did not order White Claw.
There
so
is
you
no
don't
way
come.
you're going to T-Shoes thing.
It's
There's
at Red
no way
Hawk.
you're
It's
allowed-
right
you're
around
gonna
the
be
corner to
allowed.
my-
To do a podcast, go to a chamber event, and then Terry's birthday,
Are
all
you
by
telling
yourself.
me how I'm supposed to live my life?
No, your
All right,
your wife does.
This is the shit I have to edit because I can't use this because it's fucking pointless. All right, so our next topic is switching brokers.
Switching brokers.
All right,
It's
could
a
be,
bitch.
It could be a sensitive topic for a lot of people, but you know what? It happens. All right, we started.
Everybody's
all of
a
us
dick
here,
when you're not on your
all
team.
of us here started a different brokerage, right? We all started a different brokerage, and lo and behold, we're all back together.
We're all at the same Dude,
we're
we were
all
all
back
at one
together.
brokerage.
Yeah,
we
all
all
of us.
left to different brokerages.
Yeah.
We all ended up back at a different
Yeah,
brokerage.
here we
together.
all are.
Yes,
How
we
do you
did.
think about that?
Here we all are. I don't know. I think
Crazy.
Actually, the first
I'm all
time I
about
met
I'm all
Chris-
about just as long as you're happy at your brokerage because you know, it's just like having a regular job. If you're not happy at your job, you're going to and you want to do something about it, you're going to do something about it. Just like being a realtor and being unhappy at a brokerage.
I think I got Chris into real estate. The first time I met him, I actually
He
showed.
showed me at my first house.
I showed him his first house. He was going to
Seriously?
buy a house years ago.
Huh.
What was it? Probably 7 years ago.
Yeah. It was 2013, 2014. Yeah.
So I met him I had a listing, and he wanted to see it. I met him there, and he goes, "Wow, this is what selling real estate's all about." And I think he saw the light.
Yeah. And then I met Jeff
Didn't-
Carducci. I'm like,
didn't buy that house,
motherfucker.
and-
What the hell did I just get into?
Well, I get a bad rap.
Huh?
I'm not even in this story. I'm just sitting there. Let
See?
him tell the story.
See. Now you know how I feel.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Jay, you were with Berkshire, and then I'm sure you made some changes. So, what does it mean when you know we're jumping realtors, or why realtors do that?
Money. Not happy with their brokerage, but ultimately, it doesn't matter where you're at.
It's all about you, right?
It's all about
how hard
you
you work.
and what you're doing to sell
Mhm.
homes.
I don't totally agree with that. I think that
Which part?
it's that it doesn't matter where you're at because there's different brokerages in this area, and they give you different support. They give you different levels of support. Now, you may be at different points in your career in which you need or do not need support, but I think this position that we're at now, at least from the changes that I've personally gone through, having somebody that you know has your back, I think is the biggest thing as a broker. I think is the biggest thing that is failed at a lot of brokerages from an agent standpoint, is that they don't feel like they have somebody that actually has their back.
Well, in our situation, Tim, it's different because our broker is accessible.
That's true.
Like, I can call mine right now, and she'll answer the phone.
We did that on an
So-
episode.
You know, I mean, I'm going to see her later on tonight. We do events together. Our broker's always
weren't
there for
going.
us, so it's completely different.
Yeah, I thought that you weren't going.
Excuse me?
Thought
Huh?
you weren't going, Jeff.
I go anywhere my
He's
broker
actually
requests me
banned
to go.
from the
I am
bar.
a company man.
He's banned from the bar.
Well, all brokers are accessible. Anywhere I've been, all my brokers have been accessible.
Good. That's
That's
fantastic.
good. That's fantastic.
Not
for
everyone
you.
has that. I'm
No,
telling you.
I did not experience
I've heard
that.
of people where they
But
can't
a
get hold of
broker's not
broker.
going to get you. It's not. They're not going to get you business. They're not going to. They might help you with issues and.
Right.
But I think
Things
they
like
can
that.
get you business, though.
I
mean,
think it
depending
goes
on
along with
what
having
the-
a
I
good
think it
mentor,
depends on
though.
the type of, marketing they do for their company, marketing they do for their realtors. I think they can get you that opportunities. Business is all about you, though. I mean, if you get the opportunity, and I think that is the difference between good brokers and bad brokers, right? I mean, good
No.
brokers invest in their company.
I
Good
don't think you
investors-
should.
Good brokers
You
invest in their
cannot
team.
build a business dependent on somebody else.
You're right.
Ever.
Exactly.
No,
Or 'cause
absolutely
when
not.
they cut
Yeah.
you off, your business fails. You
Yeah.
have to get your own leads. You have to get your own clients. You have to have your own clients. Getting leads from a brokerage is fantastic, but if you don't have your own leads, eventually you're going to fail.
True story, but I also think that there's something to be said about having a broker that's active, especially in this area. 'Cause
Sexually?
Wait. Huh? No, not sexually. No, I mean active as far as in the day-to-day, if you can actually see them, you can pull them aside if you need to. Like, there's a lot of brokerages out there right now that, I'm sorry, the person that built that brokerage, when was the last time that you actually saw that individual? Seriously.
No, that's
Asking you that question. Seriously.
No, that's a good point. But I think a lot of brokers, they kind of set it and forget it, right? They have the mentality because they have a good team of people that kind of run it. But I think the more involved your broker is, the better the situation for everyone within that brokerage.
Agreed.
I agree.
I agree.
We are now in an interrogation.
The eyes take it.
The ayes take it. The nays do not take it.
I don't. So I mean, I think the topic was kind of switching brokers.
Yeah, how did we
or-
get to there?
I think we kind of went off topic.
I'll tell you what, honestly, he gave his answer on switching brokerage. I think kind of. So me, it was the first decision I made was the toughest, and I made the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned in my second brokerage I went to. So no disrespect against them. It just
Right.
situation wasn't right for me. And the most recent change was a very easy decision, very smooth transition, and I'm very happy. Everything that was said has happened. So I'm left with no empty promises. Everything's been fantastic. So I'm excited about that.
I think you touched on a good point where you went to a team or a brokerage that you made a mistake or you were unhappy, but things you recognized the situation, you did something about it, versus a lot of people who kind of stick with it and just they don't do anything about their situation, which is most Americans now. They're stuck or they're afraid of change. So they stick with that situation as long as they can because they don't know how to handle change or they don't want to make a change. And
No, it's
maybe they have
expensive,
that.
too. It's changed.
Maybe they have the mentality of it's things are going to change and get better, but it never does.
It's a pain in the butt. It's expensive.
Mhm.
It's
costly.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
to
Change
switch
is hard.
brokerages.
Change is hard.
Got to rebrand
Nobody wants to
yourself.
switch brokerages.
No.
No, they
No.
don't.
If you want to stick it out, if you want to keep on pushing, if you want to believe that it's going to get better, but sometimes the situation is just not fit for one agent and one brokerage. You know what I mean? Sometimes the fit is just not there. It's just like clients. Same thing. Some agents just don't mesh well with certain clients. We've all been there where we're just like, hey, this is not going to work, bud. Like, I would love to help you, but we're just not seeing eye to eye. I know that I've personally been there. And that's the same thing when it comes to switching brokerages. Is sometimes it's just a situation where it's
Hey,
not a good fit.
Don't air this for a week because I have an agent leaving another brokerage coming over working. with me. So don't air this till like.
No,
next
you're good
Thursday or
because I'm
something.
actually gonna the last episode is ready to go, so
Okay.
that's gonna be posted.
What's here? I've got a question. So, what's the hardest thing that you've encountered as an agent to overcome?
You're talking to me?
My
I'm
best
talking
friend,
to
John.
you.
Our special guest?
No. Yeah, I'm talking to Jason specifically because you've been in the business.
The hardest thing to overcome.
Yeah, the hardest thing that you deal with on a daily basis as an agent.
On a daily basis, doing what you're supposed to be doing every day.
Okay, which is?
Getting on the phones.
Okay.
Follow up, lead
Okay.
follow up, prospecting for new business.
So getting out of bed and getting it done.
Motivation.
Getting
So
up.
what gets you
to the-
out of bed?
Well, my alarm goes off. My kids are hungry. No.
Okay.
Dogs gotta go to
So
the
kids are a
bathroom.
big
no,
push.
it's hard. I mean, you got to think every day you're at zero.
Yeah.
Like,
But
your
that's
rent's due.
hard.
It's
That's
very
hard.
hard.
So cuz some days you wake up and you're like
It's
I
extremely
can
hard
roll over
to-
for 15 minutes.
Do
How do you-
something consistently.
How do you avoid
is
being
fu-
stagnant?
Yeah.
How do you avoid, that mentality, knowing that, oh yeah, I got 5 checks coming in, I got 8 checks coming in, and then you're just taking your good old time, and you're not really doing your follow up, and you're not making those phone calls.
Well, it's habit. You got to start getting in that habit.
Yep.
That's a big
Environment.
thing. Environment's a
Yep.
big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think you have those checks coming in.
Don't think that you have the checks coming in. I like that. I like
Right,
that a
just
lot.
Every
actually.
day, like Jason said, you wake up, you have nothing. What are you going to get today? If you don't get something today, you didn't make money that day.
Right.
So you want a day without making money. Forget that. That's not what our job is. So we have to get on the phone, pick up the phone, drive to a house. It's 100 degrees. I was telling you, I was showing a house, talking outside for 15 minutes, dripping sweat. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do it. You got to be hungry
Been there.
for something,
Right.
man.
Been there.
Every day you wake up, you got to be hungry for something. When you lose your hunger, you're gonna get knocked out like a boxer, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how hard. It's not how hard you can punch. It's how hard you can take a punch. Essentially.
I have
So-
no idea what the hell that means with what we're talking
Just think about it.
about. Help me on it.
Sounded good.
Okay.
Think about it.
All right. So can I punch you?
No.
Let's do-
No.
Let's get this on
It's
camera.
it's a figurative. It's not how hard you can punch. It's how hard you can take a hit and get back up.
I like that.
That makes sense.
Yes.
But I think we all lose motivation, and then
Yeah. What do you do to gain motivation on a daily basis? I mean, obviously you have your kids.
I mean,
That's a
goals.
big-
You have to have goals, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do those monthly, yearly, weekly,
I'll
daily?
do them yearly.
Okay.
A dream board.
Okay.
What you want for the year.
Mhm.
Okay. Jeff, what do you do?
I wake up every day and I think, what would Michael be doing right now?
No, for real.
I do. I look at people more successful than me,
Well, that's exactly it.
and
You
I
gotta
want to know what
surround
they're
yourself
doing.
with smarter people.
Is what
Okay.
I should be
Think-
doing.
Don't
think it'll
reinvent
be
the
good.
wheel.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Find
Okay.
what works and just make it better.
Chavez, what do you do?
100%.
Because you're actually in a couple other spots. So you've got a whole slew of things. So what do you
Yep.
use? There's got to be a day where you wake up and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back to bed. What gets you to stop saying that?
That was actually almost me this morning.
Okay, so what got you out of that? Because I think that this is something that a lot of agents go through.
Well,
I know
mean,
that
for
I
me-
personally go through
For
this.
me, I don't just focus my attention on real estate. There's a lot of things that I have my hand in. Like I have this facility, this room, the studio that I have to make sure I have in 6 months. There's things that I want to do that I do for people, to make I have to create product. I have to create content, and I have to make sure I have valuable information that we can present from this podcast. I'm responsible for putting something out there and having people watch it, learn from it, and follow us, and create a crowd of people that's interested in what we do. This is just not for me. This is for you guys. This is for a lot of people. There's a lot of things that we say that people don't know about that I think that a lot of people benefit from. So I look at it like that I have to create something. I mean, not amazing, but more. It has value.
So that's
than
your
anything.
motivation.
Yeah,
is
that
to
has
get
value
up.
than
Chris, it
anything.
might be amazing.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
it,
it's amazing.
I think personally it is. I think that a lot of people will take a lot from this, our podcast together. No matter what week it is, they'll take something from
I
it.
seen our podcast on CNN the other day. It was great.
Oh, good.
It is.
Good.
Yeah. Forbes, I think, is gonna
They're
is
arguing
gonna
over the
follow
rights
it.
or
Yeah.
something to it, but I think we're good.
I heard that Wall Street was also following something.
We
like
didn't go
that.
public
Yeah.
yet, but
Right.
it's happening.
Just something minor.
Trump
Got
said-
it. Home teams. getting
Trump
his
said
cut.
Trump had
Yeah,
something to say.
Trump
on it.
retweeted.
Yeah, he
All
said
right,
something.
I like
so
that.
That's good. That's good to know. Well, I just like to thank my guests, Jason Haddad with the Haddad Group, MCD Homes.
It
Dad.
was a pleasure. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. And
Any
I'll
last
definitely do
thoughts?
it again.
Any last
Give him a
thoughts?
golf clap, guys. Give him a golf clap.
Last thoughts. Next time, could you please not sit me next to
The
Carducci?
Carducci.
Was he fanning his asshole?
A little bit.
I don't know.
A little bit.
I don't know if you want to
He
sit next
gave
to
me a
this
reach
guy
around
either.
once or twice, and I had to scoot over.
I'm prettier to look at.
Jeffrey, last thought.
I appreciate Headhead Home Team being here. It's the Headhead Home Team or Headhead
The
Group?
Headhead Group.
Headhead Group.
Headhead Group.
Used to be the Headhead Home Team, right?
That was a long time ago, Jeff.
I apologize. Huh.
Like
Sorry,
15,
I have
like
a
15
memory.
Get
years
with
ago.
the
many
times,
moons ago.
bro.
Like
Dad.
before he was in real estate.
Did you not see the retweet and the Instagram and the Snapchat about it?
No.
No? No?
Okay.
He's
so,
like,
no.
I know that you
Snapgram.
I think
posted
that's
it.
awesome. Jason's here. He's one of the better agents I've known. When I started in business, I was brand new. This dude was at the time doing $10 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So he has valuable information. He's done more business than me, anybody else, around. So it's always great to learn from someone like that.
Right. Tim, last thought.
Always grateful to be on the podcasts. It's always a fun time.
I think
Learn
it's
a lot.
official.
Yeah.
Tim has said more on this podcast than the combined podcast that he's ever done.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Hold up. Time out.
Congratulations. You just popped your cherry.
Well, last week your mic was off the whole time.
Turn
Yes,
his
but
mic.
you could still. All right. So
can
to
see her
hit on
lips
that
move.
point, you could still hear me because
And
I'm
the week
that
before,
loud.
he
Okay.
fell asleep
He fell
What do you
asleep.
mean I fell asleep?
with his eyes open.
I
He
did-
fell asleep.
Might need closed captioning for him.
Why? Because I looked at the screen a couple of times because it was a good.
You
Because the
zoned
Indians were
out.
playing.
I thought he froze you on film. I'm like, dude, what'd you do to Tim?
By the way,
He was
go
like,
Cavs, go
right.
Indians, go Browns. Let's
And,
go Cleveland.
My final thought is, Jason showed me my first house 6-7 years ago, and he's here today, and I'm in real estate. I guess because of him, but
I never knew this
Thanks,
story
Chris. Thanks.
personally.
Appreciate it.
but no, he had.
I never knew this.
He
I
had.
never knew this
He
ever.
had 5% influence of me being in real estate, and I thank him for that.
5%, a whole 5%.
Thank him for that.
I
Thank
thought it
you.
was more like 8s, but
8%.
But
We're pushing
we
that
will
needle.
see you guys next week. Peace out.
Iron
For
Man
the
out.
victory lap though. Whoa, they ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year.